Hello everyone, I'm Nancy O'Neill and thanks so much for joining us on Suncoast FYI. This week we're displaying artwork from Tim Rogerson. Tim is one of only 25 artists in the world who can legally create Disney art. You can find more of Tim's work at Made by Gallery, located on the campus of Ringling College of Art and Design. Now today on Suncoast FYI, we'll be speaking with Mark Weston and Gail Hartvigsson, who are here to talk about their newly developed hair replication process. Lieutenant Charles Caniff with the National Alliance on Mental Illness of Sarasota County and J. Dubs Brewing Company charity event, curator Ryan Larinaga will be here with us on Suncoast FYI coming up next. Hello, and thank you so much for being with us on this week's Suncoast FYI. We have a lot of interesting guests today, and we're going to begin with Mark Weston and Gail Hartvigsson and their company, and they're going to tell us about their recently patented a needle that replicates hair follicles. It's a tattoo, but the results look like real hair. And Mark and Gail are with us today to talk about the Weston system. So good morning.
Good morning.
That's great. Now you've been an artist all of your life. Have you been involved with doing tattooing all of your life? And
Pretty
this kind of
much
just
since
came
I was
about?
16, 17 when I was in the service is where I was
Where you started?
Hong Kong,
Okay.
where I got my tattoos. And
Okay.
he taught me.
Which was the place, right,
Pinkies.
to get
Yeah,
tattoos
that was
back then?
everybody in the Navy was headed for Hong Kong to get tattoos there.
Okay, so now you've developed a new system. It's scalp pigmentation that you've brought to the United States. Can you tell us what that process is?
Basically what I did was to look at a person that was balding, what was missing. Hair follicles.
Right.
So I seen some people had sent some pictures of a solid scalp that they had just colored the whole thing. Had a customer bring that into me to ask me if I could do the same thing. Found that I didn't really like what I was seeing.
It didn't look natural. It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, there were a lot of
real.
people. It started in overseas someplace, and someone had emailed a picture of the scalp. I said, boy, this looks like a really good idea. And Mark looked at it, and it was just like solid filled.
Yeah.
And that's when he started playing around and trying to invent different needles, and it was just kind of a process of elimination.
To do it, so that a good idea, but it needed a different.
Yeah, and I did
venue.
a couple of them with the same equipment and pigments that everybody's using today to do it, but realized very quickly that that was not what was going to work. It didn't look natural. It looked horrible, actually.
Okay, so you actually developed the needles
Yes.
and the tools yourself, and that's why this is your own patented system.
Right.
Okay. And I understand you've performed how many procedures already?
Coming up close to 3,000.
Oh my gosh. All here in Sarasota area? Not to.
No, we started in Inglewood, and we've kind of bounced through around South Florida, but we've been in Inglewood, we've been in Fort Lauderdale, we've been in Key West.
Okay, so tell us about why you implemented this educational center.
Mostly because of all the people that were trying to jump on the bandwagon and do this for people with all the wrong equipment, all the wrong needle, all the wrong pigments.
Okay.
They're just trashing what could have been a really good idea by putting out things that don't look too good.
Okay.
You know?
And Gail, you're the director of the center. So what is your major responsibilities in this?
More like business manager, talking to a lot of the customers, taking care of the advertising and the websites and Facebook, all the social media,
Okay.
that type of thing.
And giving them a real view of what you actually do, because I did go on your website, and I was really impressed about, the before and the afters, and, how you really take time to explain to your clients what you're going to be actually
Yeah, well, we set
doing
the
with
site
them.
up as an educational website and not a sales website. There's not a lot, there's no call now, operator standing, none of that. It's
Yeah.
just strictly educational. So when the people get done looking at the website, their minds are pretty well made up that they'll be coming to us for their procedure.
And you're expanding your centers now, or are you branching out?
We're going to be rolling out with a new name under my name personally. I'm Weston, non-surgical hair restoration. Basically, we're training. We were training for anybody that wanted to just go out and do it on their own, and we've kind of backed away from that idea, and we're just doing licensing opportunities. So the people
Okay.
that come to me to learn,
Yeah.
if they're not having me do it,
Right.
they can learn how to do it,
They've
buy
trained and
buy
certified.
a store, and start doing it.
Franchising, okay. So it's, on your website, it said 1 appointment, 1 session, 1 time. It seems like an awful lot of work to accomplish in that. I mean, is it an all-day process then? Are they with you for the day?
I
or?
generally, if I'm doing somebody that would be considered a Norwood 5 or 6, that takes me about 4 hours to do. This past week I had an alopecia person, which it was a full 2 days,
Okay.
about
So
6 hours per day.
So it depends
working
on the person, and
Right,
you
right.
determine that. Okay, so there's no blades, no shaving, you blend their natural hair colors, so you make them look really natural, which is obviously everybody's goal. I mean, if they're going to
Right.
go through this, they want to get the best results.
Right.
So where can our viewers go to find out more about you and get in touch with you?
artistryconcepts.com is
Okay.
our site at the moment, which the new rollout will still be utilizing the same name, so
Same
none
name.
of that's really going to change, at least same domain name.
Okay, and a phone number, Gail, that they can reach you at?
941-217-5103.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I think you're doing the community a great service.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
After the break, we'll speak with a Sarasota nonprofit that helps people with mental illness. We'll talk to Wendy B. Abrahamson and Lieutenant Charles Cundiff with the National Alliance on Mental Illness in Sarasota County. So please stay with us. Welcome back. The National Alliance on Mental Illness Sarasota County offers understanding to anyone concerned about mental illnesses. Member Lieutenant Charles Cundiff joins us today to talk more about this very important nonprofit. And welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you so
for
much.
having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the National Alliance on Mental Illness is, please?
Absolutely. Sarasota County has its own affiliate from the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which is also part of the state of Florida and the national grassroots campaign. It's one of the largest volunteer organizations designed to support persons and their families who are struggling with mental illness.
So what are the goals of the support and education and advocacy that you offer our families?
Absolutely. One of the goals of NAMI is that we want to make sure that everyone knows that they're not alone. They're not on an island by themselves. There's a lot of stigma associated with mental illness. And NAMI Sarasota County works very diligently with NAMI Florida and NAMI National to provide support groups. We have 3 support groups every month here in Sarasota, one in Sarasota, one in Venice, and one in Northport, excuse me. We also have training programs to help people understand not only their disease that they have, but help them learn how to cope with what they've got going on in their lives. And hopefully, through this support and education, we'll be able to help them lead productive lives and reduce the stigma.
Okay. Well, I know that I've been doing a little reading, and that's it. I mean, so many people feel bad about it, and they shouldn't, because it's not their fault. It's not their family's fault that they have this problem. And I think, you bringing that, out in the open, especially talking with them about it, is so important.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. One of the things that NAMI Sarasota County and NAMI National and NAMI Florida aim to do is change the conversation. If you had another disease, you wouldn't be as stigmatized as you are currently with mental illness. We're doing that, like I said, through our support programs, through our educations. NAMI has a partnership, especially here in Sarasota, with Sheriff Tom Knight and the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office and all the local law enforcement officers to also provide crisis intervention team training to help law enforcement officers better recognize when someone is in an emotional crisis and to safely take them into protective custody and get them to somewhere where they can get some help. And that's really the goals of NAMI.
Awesome. Now you have an upcoming forum. So
Yes.
I'm guessing everybody should attend, but who are you focusing on?
Well, the forum, which is September 23rd at Sarasota Memorial Hospital at the Waldemir Auditorium, starts, doors open at 9:30, and the forum will start at 10 o'clock. It's open to everyone to attend. The impact that we're kind of looking for would be that we want to make sure that everyone in Sarasota County knows that NAMI Sarasota is available as a resource. I mentioned before that a lot of people feel isolated by their mental illness. We want to try and break that isolation so that people know that they can get some support out there. We also want to introduce ourselves to the provider community. Sarasota County is a wonderful community, and there's a lot of phenomenal providers and resources for people struggling with mental illness. We want to make sure that those providers know that we're a referral service as well, and we're a resource as well, for not only their patients, but their families and their caregivers.
Well, I think the work that you're doing is just amazing and so important. To all of us in the community to find more out about this. I read your mission statement, but I think you will be able to share that more eloquently with us, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, the mission of Sarasota County, NAMI, is to create a community where persons with mental illness can live and succeed without any stigma
Okay.
and be productive members of our community.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, how can other local people get involved and volunteer, help you? How would that all be taken care of?
NAMI is a grassroots organization that runs on volunteers. Everyone that works with NAMI, Sarasota County, volunteers their time. So we have plenty of volunteer opportunities. We have opportunities on the forum on the 23rd for people to come. We have opportunities at the training sessions that we do and at the support groups that we do. One of the best ways would also be to support us during the Gift of Giving Challenge on September 20th to the 21st from noon to noon.
All right.
Go to NAMISarasotaCounty.org and hit the button and give us a donation. That would also help, because in order to keep running these programs, we need both people and we need funds.
Right. And there are a lot of organizations that are going to be involved in that, but share the wealth. If you can give a little bit to a lot of people, that it adds up. It adds up, right?
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Thank you. This is our year anniversary since NAMI Sarasota County actually got itself back going strong. And this is actually the first time we're participating in that event.
Great.
This is our first forum, so it's an announcement to the community that NAMI Sarasota County is here to be a resource. We're back, and we're going to help everyone that we can.
Okay, so one more time, where can they go?
They can go to NAMISarasotaCounty.org, look for the button for the Gift of Giving Challenge, and don't forget the forum on Friday, September 23rd, 9:30 is registration. 10 o'clock the forum starts. It's at Sarasota Memorial's Waldemir Auditorium.
Great. Thank you so much, Lieutenant. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for your time.
My pleasure. Our next guest is the event curator at the company whose 3 core values are quality, innovation, and culture. The company, J-Dubs Brewing Company. After the break, we'll take a sneak peek at this charity event taking place at J-Dubs. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. Art, Rhymes, and Beer is celebrating their 1-year anniversary at J-Dub's Brewing Company. Event curator Ryan Laranaga is here with all of the details. So good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about what your event is? What is Art, Rhymes, and Beer?
Art, Rhymes, and Beer is a cultural festival that basically encompasses live art, musicians, a DJ. We have vendors, and we have a bunch of food.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've got a little bit of everything there.
That's right.
Okay. And the reason that you're holding this event is for a very special reason. It's for
Any given child. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And any given child is very important and something I'm very adamant about. And basically, in a nutshell, it brings art programs back into schools. And I think that, given the current situation in society, that, having a form of expression for the children is very important. Mm-hmm.
So during the course, I mean, is this a child-friendly event? I mean,
it is, and I encourage
Okay.
people to bring children.
Okay.
Obviously, it is at a brewing place, so there is going to be beer served, but it is definitely a child-friendly event.
okay. Because you're going to have a lot of artists there
Sure.
that are going to be hands-on. Are they going to be demonstrating during the course of the event?
Yep, and basically what goes on is that they create a custom piece for the event, and we have a silent auction, and the proceeds of the silent auction go straight to Any Given Child Sarasota.
Okay, so how do people participate in the silent auction? Is it a kind of sign right in?
Yes. There'll be a sign-up sheet, and basically throughout the show, myself and my other host, Marcel Badouin, he will be announcing throughout the show about the silent auction.
Okay. And how much are the tickets for purchasing for the silent auction? Do we
There,
know yet?
there's a minimum price on each
Okay.
piece of art, and it varies for the artist. We kind of let them decide that.
Okay. So, where is the event taking place? You tell us again.
Yep, it's at J-Dub's Brewing, which is at 1215 Mango Avenue in Sarasota, right by the Orioles Stadium. And it happens on September 24th from 6 to 10 p.m., which is Saturday.
All right. Now you said performances going on. Can you tell us who some of the performers will be?
Myself included.
All right.
We have a multitude of genres that are included, hip-hop being one, a positive movement, of course. We have the wonderful Katrina Lilly, who is a alternative singer, R&B artists that include Tyrell Butler. We have Cliz, who is a wonderful hip-hop artist and a positive movement as well, and just a lot of people involved. There's about 9 artists.
Okay,
so.
and they'll be performing from 6 to 10, so you'll always have some sort of live performance
Yes, ma'am.
going on. And then the vendors, the artists, they're going to be, like you said, artists. Are there other types of vendors that are going to be there as
Yep.
well?
We'll have Bulgogi Sarasota, which is a wonderful Korean barbecue. We'll have Dashing Dingo Pizza, which is another great food source. And we have Mother Trucking Good, who is we just added on to the ticket because it's pretty popular. J-Dubs does a lot for the community, and they have a lot of food truck rallies. So we kind of combined all the great elements and put everything together.
Okay. Now, I know you have some sponsors as well who help you out with this event. Who are they?
Art and Frame of Sarasota. They have provided the easels for the artists to paint on. Kimmel Lumber has provided the boards which the artists paint on. And we also have Bobcat Disposal, which is providing the toilets for the public.
Well, that's good
Yeah,
because
of
that's
course.
very important. You're going to have hundreds of people there that night.
Exactly.
Okay.
I would say thousands.
Thousands. All right.
But yeah, we have a lot of businesses involved. Body Mind Wellness Center by Dr. Stringer will be involved, and I've personally been through his program and lost 75 pounds
Awesome.
myself. And a multitude of people. We have Open Door Acupuncture. We have Wild Ginger Apothecary, which is a holistic store. We have doTERRA, which provides essential oils.
Yeah.
Wow, there's
So something going
so
on
many.
for everything,
Yeah,
everybody.
Absolutely.
All right. So is there a website or a phone number people can contact to find out more how to get hold of you?
You can go to jdubsbrewing.com to check out their event page. You can also go to my personal website, which is ryanito.org, and that's ryanito.org.
Okay.
Art Rhymes and Beer has a website coming soon.
Okay.
So
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
very much.
here. We
I
really
appreciate it.
appreciate it. And thank you for helping. It is very important to help the children and get them involved in arts at a young age.
Well, thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We'll be right back after a quick break. Thanks so much for joining us today on Suncoast FYI. If you would like to promote your business or community event, please call our sales department at 941-361-4239. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.